Kommreti Sudhakar Reddy avargalai, former MLC, State Co-in-charge of Tamil Nadu, Shri Thiru Anil K. Anthony avargalai, National Secretary, National Spokesperson and National Convener for One Nation, One Election, Shri R.A. Arjunamurthy avargalai, State In-charge and Social Media Team, Shri Narayanan Tirupati avargalai, State Vice President, State Co-Convener, One Nation, One Election, Thiru K.S. Radhakrishnan avargalai, Political Activist, Thiru Karate Chagarajan avargalai, Former Mayor, Chennai, Thiru Kumar, District President, Thiru Kumar avargalai, District President, Chennai South, Thiru Chakravarti avargalai, Senior Vice President, State BJP, Thiru Amar Prasad Reddy avargalai, Tamil Nadu State BJP Sports Wing President, Thiru Dr. Kumar Rajendran avargalai, President, Archery Association of Tamil Nadu, Thiru Satyakumar Yadav avargalai, Honorable Minister of Health for Andhra Pradesh Government, Tamil Nadu அன்பு சகோதர சகோதரிகளே, உங்களுக்கு என்னோட பணிவான வணக்கங்கள். உங்கள் சில பேருக்கு தெரிஞ்சிருக்கலாம், நான் தமிழ்நாட்டில் வாழ்ந்திருக்கேன், சென்னையில் வளர்ந்திருக்கேன். நான் தமிழ்நாட்டு விட்டு போய் 30 வருஷத்துக்கு மேல ஆகுது. நான் தமிழ்நாடு விட்டுட்டு போயிருக்கலாம், ஆனா தமிழ்நாடு என்னை விட்டு போகல. ஏன்னா தமிழ்நாட்டு என் மேல ஏற்படுத்தின தாக்கம் ரொம்ப ஆழமானது. When I was growing up here, the impact and impressions are very deep. Right from Tirukkural to martial arts, politics to devotion and cinema. அதனால தமிழ்நாட்டு மேல எனக்கு ரொம்ப மதிப்பு. எனக்கு தமிழ்நாடு திருவள்ளுவரோட பூமி, சித்தர்களோட பூமி, நான் வணங்குற தமிழ் கடவுள் முருகரோட பூமி, மகாகவி சுப்பிரமணிய பாரதியாரோட பூமி, ஆயிரக்கணக்கான கோவில்களோட பூமி. எனக்கு பிடிச்ச புரட்சி தலைவர் எம்ஜிஆர் அவர்கள் வாழ்ந்த பூமி, வீர விளையாட்டு ஜல்லிக்கட்டோட பூமி. இந்த வீரபூமிக்கு என்னுடைய அன்பு வணக்கம். The experiences from Tamil Nadu have become a guiding light to my life. தமிழ்நாடு எனக்கு கற்றுத் தந்த அனுபவங்கள் என்னோட வாழ்க்கையோட வழிகாட்டியாவே மாறிச்சு. Today this seminar is about one nation and one election. ஒரே நாடு ஒரே தேர்தல் பத்தி பேசுறதுக்கு நம்ம எல்லாரும் கூடியிருக்கோம். இந்த ஒன் நேஷன் ஒன் எலெக்ஷன் பத்தி நிறைய பொய்யான தகவல்கள் பரப்பப்படுது, தவறான புரிதல்கள் உருவாக்கப்படுது. அது நம்ம just like EVMs. எலெக்ஷன் டைம்ல if you look at in TV and election results டைம்ல அவர் ஜெயிச்சா EVM சூப்பர் பான் சொல்லுவாங்க, அவங்க தோத்தா EVM டேம்பர் பண்ணிருக்காங்கன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. இன்னும் என்ன சொல்லுவாங்க, EVM மெஷின்ல சூடு வச்சுட்டாங்கன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. அதே மாதிரி ஒரே நாடு ஒரே தேர்தல் விஷயத்துல கூட ரெட்ட வேஷம் போடுறாங்க. அவங்க அந்த காலத்தில் ஒன் நேஷன் ஒன் எலெக்ஷன் சப்போர்ட் பண்ணாது சூப்பர். இப்போ திருப்பி அதே ஒன் நேஷன் ஒன் எலெக்ஷன் இப்போ கொண்டு வந்தா அது மோசம். ఇది எப்படி இருக்குன்னு తెలుగులో சொல்றேன். అత్త పగల కొడితే పాతకుండా, కోడలు పగల కొడితే కొత్తకుండా. தமிழ்ல சொல்றேன், தப்பா இருந்தா கொஞ்சம் மன்னிக்கணும். மாமியார் உடைச்சா மண்குடம், மருமக உடைச்சா பொன்குடம். అంటే వాళ్ళు చేస్తే அவங்க பண்ணா ரைட், நம்ம இது முன்னாடி எடுத்துன்னு போனா தப்பு. ஸோ ஒரே நாடு ஒரே தேர்தல் இந்தியாவுக்கு புதுசில்லை, நம்ம தமிழ்நாட்டுக்கும் புதுசில்லை. From 1952 to 1967 வரைக்கும் நாட்டோட ஃபர்ஸ்ட் எலெக்ஷன்ல இருந்து அடுத்த 2 decades it was always simultaneous elections, assembly and parliament. When the cycle was broken, simultaneous இருக்கணும்னு இன்சிஸ்ட் பண்ணது வேற யாரோ இல்லை, அன்னைக்கு சீஃப் மினிஸ்டர் கலைஞர் கருணாநிதி அவர்கள். And he is the one who insisted. He is the one who wanted this to happen. And today the sad part is they are opposing it. One election is not an untested theory, but rather a return to a system that our country successfully implemented in its formative years. This was when we just got freedom. In the most difficult early decades, our Bharat, Namma Nat, demonstrated a remarkable unity, irrespective of parties, and administrative capability by holding largely a synchronized elections for nearly 2 decades. Today, whoever is opposing the one nation, one election should go and read Kalainar Karunanidhi's argument in Nenjikku Needhi in favor of simultaneous elections. Karunanidhi avargale urged the center to constitute a committee to restore simultaneous elections. That's what exactly is being done today. We are implementing, national leadership is implementing the vision of none other than Kalainar Karunanidhi avargal, his dream, his thought. And it is strange and bizarre. We are trying to implement Ayya Muttavel Karunanidhi's proposal, and it is strange and bizarre. Ayya Muttavel Karunanidhi Stalin avargal opposing what his father has proposed. This is what we all should look into it. Every time, no matter in all these years, the last few decades, somewhere in the nation, elections keep on happening. We are losing focus, we are losing mandates, greatest wastage of expenditure, constantly big brick batting, constantly mudslinging from different political parties onto each other. Somewhere we have to put an end to this. One election is over, suddenly one more election comes. And we are getting tired of just because of looking at it. But the problem is about the development is taking a back seat. So I'll share a few examples to you. If young and resource-constrained India could achieve a system akin to one nation, one election for nearly 2 decades after independence, then what is preventing a strong, a prosperous and technologically advanced Bharat from implementing the same now? What obstacles stand in the way of embracing a system that promises greater stability, reduced expenditure, and a more focused approach to governance? Allowing our leaders to dedicate more time, they can dedicate themselves to fully to the progress and prosperity of our every citizen. Consider a common scenario that happens in most of our states. Let us say an assembly election is held in a year. Later the state goes to the local body and panchayat polls in another 1-2 years' time. But by the time this ends, the preparations for Lok Sabha begins again. This creates a near continuous election cycle where political parties and the administration are continuously engaged in election-related activities. Where is the time for growth? Where is the time for stability? Where is the time for economic prosperity? For instance, if a state had assembly elections in 2021, local body polls in 2022, and then the national elections in 2024, the focus on consistent governance is inevitably diluted. The opposition also engages mostly in electoral strategies and electioneering and giving only limited attention to fighting for the public causes. India is in a constant state of election preparedness. Political parties are almost in a campaign mode, and that is not a good sign of healthy democracy. On average, it is reasonable to say that the elections to the legislative assemblies of at least 4 to 6 states are held every year. With thousands of panchayats and municipalities across the country, elections at this level are a continuous process happening in different parts of the country almost every year. The ruling parties, instead of focusing solely on governance and policy implementation, ruling parties are constantly strategizing for the next election. In the election, ஜெயிச்ச உடனே அடுத்த எலெக்ஷனுக்கு prepare பண்றோம். Formulating populist measures and deploying their leaders for campaigns. This can sometimes lead to policy decisions being influenced by electoral considerations rather than the genuine needs of the people. And the opposition's primary focus often becomes attacking the ruling party and preparing for the next election. Constructive criticism and collaboration on policy matters can take a back seat to political maneuvering and electioneering. And we are going for short-term gains for a long-term risk. And diversion of valuable government resources. Besides time and cost, election means for a huge administrative machinery and logistics, a large number of government employees, including civil servants, police personnel and teachers are involved in election duty, diverting from their regular duties, maintaining law and order, requires additional security forces, and including army. We have become the most expensive democracy in the world. 2024 Indian general elections have emerged as one of the most expensive exercises globally. According to the estimates by the Center for Media Studies, the election cost approximately 16.3 billion, surpassing the roughly 15.9 billion spent on 2024 US presidential election. Furthermore, we consider the cumulative cost of state assembly, municipal and panchayat elections. The financial burden on the Indian economy is substantial, diverting significant resources. So, if we could, the Ramnath Kovind Committee's report suggesting that by implementing one nation, one election could potentially lead to a 1.5 increase in India's GDP, translating to roughly 4.5 lakh crores. If GDP increases, there will be a change in every common man's life. This represents a significant opportunity. This amount could be utilized to create vital infrastructure, build highways, invest in healthcare, education, raise the standard of living for millions of our countrymen. This potential economic gain highlights the urgent need to revisit one nation, one election and reclaim the sources we have been losing for decades. opposition சொல்லிட்டே இருப்பாங்க, this would challenge the regional parties leadership, this would harm the federal structure. And I give a very right example for this. Where I come from, Andhra Pradesh, there is always simultaneous elections. In between or 10 varshathilla, but in between after that, from post freedom to till to date, we have simultaneous elections apart from few 1 or 2 decades. Till recently, till the last elections, we had parliament and we had assembly. Nothing has changed. There were times national parties had lost, and it's more, the recognition is more for regional parties. There were times Congress had lost, TRS came in Telangana. There were times BJP had lost, and Telugu Desam or some other parties came. It's always, so there is no strength in this argument. It doesn't hold any water. And people also have become, if you look at Odisha elections in 2019 and 2024, if you look at the Odisha example, people opted for the regional party in Odisha, and they opted for parliament for center, for BJP. So we are questioning the people's integrity. We are questioning the people's smartness. It is people who decided to be here. It is not us. It is not political leaders. One nation, one election is the will of the people of this country. We, all the political leaders should be, who is opposing it, should be aware of it. DMK and India Alliance and their partners argue one nation, one election is anti-federalism. If it is really so, why did Kalaignar Karunanidhi avargal has supported it, whom they look upon him as a fighter for federal rights, and he did not see it as an anti-federalism? They agree that the simultaneous poll will benefit national parties, not regional parties. And I have told you the examples. In Odisha it was different. In Telangana it was different. And BJP didn't gain there. So that argument doesn't hold any water. I only request Honorable Chief Minister Thiru Stalin avargale to revisit your resolution opposing one nation and one election. I request you to consider its potential to strengthen India's democratic framework by enhancing the efficiency of governance, optimizing resource allocation, and fostering national cohesion. While addressing a Tamil Nadu's valid concerns, na purinjikka mudiyum. I am from South. I understand each and every aspect. அது Hindi imposition இருக்கலாம், ஒரு language பத்தி இருக்கலாம், one nation, one election பத்தி இருக்கலாம். If there are concerns for DMK, I'm also a regional party. I'm not a national party. And I'm able to gain the foothold. In 2019, I went alone. So political stability and having a solid foothold is different. Our individual agendas should not hamper the growth of people. You should create the stability for the people, not instability. I request Honorable Chief Minister Thiru Stalin avargale to look into his call. And we promise you, while addressing Tamil Nadu's valid concerns about federalism, state autonomy, and logical feasibility through inclusive dialogue. ஏதாவது பிடிக்கலன்னா நம்ம உட்கார்ந்து பேசிக்கலாம்ல. And we will see we have enough robust constitutional safeguards out there and a phased implementation approach that respects India's diverse regional entities. And I request Honorable Stalin Avargal to look into it, to reconsider, and let this policy he should be able to support and take it forward. In short, I can say, ஒரே நாடு ஒரே தேர்தல் இது அரசியல் சீர்திருத்தம் மட்டும் இல்ல, இது ஒரு பொருளாதார சீர்திருத்தம், இது ஒரு நிர்வாக சீர்திருத்தம், இது ஒரு ஆட்சி சீர்திருத்தம் கூட. முக்கியமா நம்ம நாட்டுக்கு, நம்ம தமிழ்நாட்டுக்கு தேவையான சீர்திருத்தம். ஒரே நாடு ஒரே தேர்தல் காலத்தின் கட்டாயம். Let us unite as Indians. ஒரே நாடு ஒரே தேர்தல் ஏற்றுக்கொள்வோம். வாழ்க பாரதம், வளர்க தமிழ்நாடு. நன்றி, வணக்கம்.
மிக சிறப்பானதொரு உரையாற்றி அமர்ந்திருக்க மாவட்டத்தினுடைய தலைவர் திரு குமார் அவர்கள் பொன்னாடை பொருத்தி கௌரவிப்பார். மிக சிறப்பான நீண்டதொரு உரையாற்றி அமர்ந்திருக்கின்ற திரு பவன் கல்யாண் அவர்களுக்கும், அனில் ஆந்தனி அவர்களுக்கும், அரவிந்த் மேனன் அவர்களுக்கும், அதே போன்று ஆந்திர பிரதேசத்தினுடைய அமைச்சர் திரு சத்யா அவர்களுக்கும், டாக்டர் தமிழிசை சவுந்தரராஜன் அவர்களுக்கும், மாநிலத்தில்